really matters? That might be the most important question you can ask. So let's talk about it. Welcome to What Really Matters podcast, Everyday Spirituality with Karen Wyatt. Thanks for joining me here today for another episode. I'm going to be talking about how to not be disappointed with life. And so this is a topic that came to me actually through a post on Facebook and a number of other things that have come into my awareness over the last week have kind of revolved around this theme as well. And so I thought this might be a good thing to talk about because I have made a commitment that I don't want to be disappointed really by anything. I would like to live my life in a place where I'm ready for whatever happens. So I'm resilient, I have good coping skills, and I also have a mindset that says whatever happens, happens. And I don't want to be living my life with the feeling of disappointment because to me that is somewhat of a waste. So if I can rise above disappointment and not feel it, I'm not saying you should ignore it if you do feel disappointed because feelings are feelings and they're valid, whatever you have, but I'm hoping to be at such a place that I'm not attached to things in my life and that I can live without disappointment. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how these thoughts have arisen for me over the last week. If you listened to last week's episode, you know that I am now a grandmother. And it's interesting, this is my very first grandchild, was born 1 week ago. And I was told by many people that becoming a grandmother will change everything for me. I wasn't sure what that meant. You know, there are certain times in your life, these watershed milestones in your life when people tell you that this is going to change everything. And I've already lived through a number of those events. I wasn't sure about being a grandmother, but I'm beginning to recognize that becoming a grandmother is helping me find a new perspective on everything. And so I think part of this desire to not live with disappointment in my life is that I want to be a grandmother who can inspire my grandchild and who can help my grandchild cope with any disappointments that she might face rather than be stuck and caught in the middle of my own disappointments. So I want to be at a place in life where I've risen beyond that. And also right now in my life, I am observing, witnessing two different people that I know who are on journeys with terminal cancer. And so I have this opportunity to witness the path that each one of them is following. And it's caused me to do a lot of thinking for myself, like how might I handle things if I were in a similar situation? And so one of these two people has made the decision to go all out with medical treatments and to be aggressive and really to undergo whatever treatments the doctor recommends, anything that's out there. The other person has decided to forego conventional treatment. The other person looked at the statistics, felt that it wasn't likely to be helpful, and wanted to just live life. So is going on with healthy diet, exercise, taking some supplements, and just trying to love life each and every day. And so these two people are on their paths, and I am sitting here observing them and wondering which path I would choose. And I would like to think that I would choose the path of no treatment because I've always had a bias in that direction. But honestly, as a grandmother now, I can't say for sure that if there were any chance a treatment might help me be here even a couple of months longer, maybe I would choose that just to have 2 more months with my grandchild. Maybe now that choice looks different to me than it did before. But I don't know, and I won't know unless or until I am in that situation for myself. But there's so much to learn by observing what the process is like for people who are experiencing it and then applying it to my own life and thinking that through for myself, what I might choose. So I send all my love to both of these people in my life, so much support and so much love. And I can only trust that each one of them has made the best decision for themselves and that they are exactly where they're supposed to be. And this is playing out for them in just the right way. And I have to also trust, if I am in that situation, that I too will make the right decision. And I don't think at this point I can know for sure what that decision will be. So again, I don't want to feel disappointed. So in a way, I don't want to tell myself there's only one right decision and I have to make that decision. I think that's the kind of thinking that traps us into a place where we feel disappointed. So for me, I'm being open-minded. I'm observing the journeys, offering support and love as much as I can, and just honoring these people for the courage they have to be on this very difficult and challenging path. But there are a few things in addition I wanted to share with you. So things I've been coming across that have just come across my path in this last week that seem relevant here. And in last week's podcast, I talk about living in these precarious times and surviving in precarious times, and the fact that really we're aware of it this summer, that climate change is becoming pretty serious right now. The repercussions are getting bigger and bigger of fires and floods and oppressive heat. And so we are facing that this is a reality that we're going to be dealing with for a while. And something came across my desk, a poem that I wanted to share with you that speaks a lot to me right now. And it's titled All the More by Kayleen Asbo, A-S-B-O. Her website is Kayleen, Kayleen Asbo, KayleenAsbo.com. And she's amazing. I've been really enjoying looking through her website. You should visit it and find out what an incredible person she is. But anyway, this is her poem titled All the More. If the great darkness is descending, let me praise all the more every ray of light. If extinction is on the horizon, may I cherish each bird's unique songs as it greets the sunrise. If famine is our future, may I savor all the more each meal eaten with those I love while it is yet possible. May I be more generous, more giving, more grateful, more present and awake to the beauty that is still here today. So I love the simple thoughts in this poem that, if, as we talked about last week, we're in the car that's hanging halfway off a cliff, the front 2 wheels hanging over the edge and the back 2 wheels still on the cliff, not sure which way things will go. Well, then why not savor each moment as deeply as we possibly can? Why not live life as fully as we can in each and every moment? And so it doesn't mean to squander or hoard any of the resources that we have. It means simply to enjoy what we have in this moment right now that doesn't do harm to anyone else. Enjoy the sunrise and the sunset. Enjoy the feeling of the wind on your skin. Enjoy the food that you are fortunate enough to have in front of you. Enjoy the smile of your loved one, the song of the bird. the music on the radio. Enjoy whatever is here for you in this moment right now that you have. And from that place of enjoying and living life fully, then don't forget to be generous and giving and grateful and present and awake to the beauty. I think this is just a stunning short poem that reminds us that yes, life is precarious and we are in a touch and go situation here and we don't know exactly what's going to happen next. So our primary task right now is to engage in this moment with life as it is before us. Whoever is in our life, whoever we love, whatever is here for us, engage fully right now and open our hearts and be giving and caring and compassionate toward other people, and simply be fully present and awake to every single thing that is happening. This is a great way to not be disappointed in life, because if you've made the most of every tiny thing that has been given to you right now in the here and now, then you have gotten everything that's possible out of life. And trust me, so much is possible out of even the smallest moments and the smallest little things that are available to you. And so if you have experienced as much as you can in every moment, there's nothing to be disappointed about. Your life is full and you will feel fulfilled. You will not be regretting or worrying about what didn't happen or what you didn't have. You will be full and you will be overflowing with love and generosity for others. And so this poem came to me as just the perfect reminder right now of the mindset to have and where to be in life, and total reinforcement for being in this present moment, enjoying it all, living it all fully, no matter what is before you, no matter what it is that you're experiencing right now. And then the second thing that I came across in the last couple of days was a video of a woman in her 80s who was talking about the subject of don't wish your life away. And she was looking back and saying how many times in her life she had said to herself, I can't wait until this happens. I can't wait until this thing is over with. I can't wait until the next thing occurs. She talked about saying, I can't wait until my baby is a toddler. I can't wait until my child goes to school. I can't wait until I get a new job. I can't wait until my child graduates. I can't wait until I retire. And she talked about continually living in a place of wanting the future, wanting whatever she believed would be coming in the future, and preferring that over where she was in the present moment. And I think about how easy it is for us to slip into that mode of thinking, that future tense thinking, where we anticipate that something tomorrow in the future is going to be better than whatever we have right now. It's nice to be optimistic and it's nice to have hope, but sometimes we get lost in that perspective and forget to notice how amazing this moment is right now. And it's one of the things I was observing having a baby granddaughter right now, and remembering, early infancy. It's very challenging as a parent when the baby doesn't have a regular sleep cycle and can be irritable and waking up a lot. And you see the baby struggling to get oriented to this world, to light and sound and sensations so different than what it experienced in the womb. And you realize this is why it's just a turbulent time right now in the baby's development, which creates chaos for the people caring for the baby. And yet, these moments are very fleeting. This is a rather brief time in the baby's life, and when it's gone, it will be gone. And so one thing I do remember is a feeling of, oh my goodness, I kind of wish I had enjoyed that stage a little bit more. I kind of wish I hadn't been in that place of like, oh, I can't wait till we're done with this phase. I can't wait. And I do kind of wish that I had slowed down and taken it all in and just been fully present and experienced all of it, everything, the challenging and the amazing, the painful and the joyful, all at once. And so I loved this wisdom shared by this woman in her late 80s who just wanted to tell all of us, don't wish your life away. Don't wish for something from the future to be here now. It's not the right timing. Be where you are right now. Whatever is here around you right now is meant for you now. The future will come when it's the right timing. And so remember to slow down, remember to wait, remember to be patient, and remember to bring your attention and focus into this moment right now. Again, because we don't even know how many moments we're all going to have here on planet Earth. So focus in on where you are right here, right now, and make the most of every single moment. And then the third thing, which was the inspiration for the title of this episode, was one of the people I know with cancer who wrote something on Facebook about, I don't ever want to feel disappointment about my life. And I really resonated with that, as I said before, because that's something that's been on my mind. I don't want to spend my days or my time in a state of being disappointed, of feeling like this isn't good enough. Whatever happened, whatever unfolded in my life isn't good enough. I wish for something else. I wish it had gone differently. And that I want to rise above the possibility of disappointment by simply appreciating whatever I have right now and being in this moment, but also surrendering, accepting that life is going to bring me things, whether I ask for them or not. It will bring me some things that I didn't wish for. It will bring me some things I could never have even imagined. And when I'm in a place of surrender and acceptance, I'm much more able to enjoy each one of the things that comes along to me. I'm much more able to be in the present moment and just taking it in, whatever it might be, wherever it might lead me. So there's this lesson of surrender involved in just giving up trying to control everything, allowing things to flow, and accepting what comes along. And also the lesson of impermanence and remembering that nothing lasts and everything changes. And if there is one law of the universe that we have to be aware of right now, it is that law that everything changes. And like it or not, things are changing around us in so many ways. And it's futile to fight against change that's happening. At some point, we need to be in the flow of things as much as possible, particularly in the flow of beauty and love that is unfolding in the world, but also accepting that things are going to happen in life that we may not like, that we may find don't match what our hopes were. And we have to learn how to let go of our expectations. So I think the biggest key to not being disappointed is to not hold on to a lot of expectations, to not have a lot of attachments to how life should be or what we think should happen, to not trying to control how things turn out and what the outcome is, but to be in a place of constantly allowing things and accepting things as they are. And one thing that this person wrote in the Facebook post were these two words: everything belongs. And I find that to be so profound because along with surrender and impermanence as two of the lessons we need to focus on, this idea of unity, the idea of we are all one, everything is part of everything, we're all connected. And so there isn't anything that's really out of place or out of order. there is a place for everything that happens, everything that unfolds, everything that we have or don't have in this moment. And so I love contemplating that thought. Everything belongs. Allow and trust and continue to carry love. So going back to Kayleen Asbo's poem, may I be more generous, more giving, more grateful, more present and awake to the beauty that is still here today. May I stay in this present moment. May I keep my heart open and my mind open. May I allow the universe to flow around and through me. May I accept what comes my way and make the most of whatever it is, no matter what it is. May I recognize in every moment that everything belongs. There's nothing that's really out of place. Somehow everything has its place here. And I need to learn to continue to love in the midst of whatever belongs in my life right now in this moment. So those are the things I've been thinking lately, my grandmotherly thoughts that are coming to me. This idea of not wanting to be disappointed with life and to try to live life in a way that I don't set myself up for disappointment, that I don't create unrealistic expectations or get attached to any particular outcome or anything, that I can be resilient and flexible in the moment and go with the flow. Of course, nothing's perfect, and I'm not going to be perfect at doing this either, but I think it's a worthwhile goal to decide to want to live life above that level of disappointment, to float above that a little bit, and to be able to take everything in as it comes and make the most of it, again, because we don't know how much time any one of us will have here. So we need to view it all as fleeting and enjoy every moment of it while we have it. And that's kind of my mantra right now and my theme. So I hope that you've enjoyed going on this little journey with me, and come back next week for another episode. If you're interested in supporting this podcast, you can go to eoluniversity.com/support, and you'll find 3 ways there of supporting the podcast financially to help keep it on the air. And so until next week, remember, as we've talked about today, we're here for love. So face your fear, be ready for whatever life brings you next, and love each and every moment of your fleeting and precious life. Bye-bye.